live. We're actually inside of a 40x leveraged Bitcoin position, $30,000 allocation. We're up 14% right now. Interestingly enough, you guys know our platform is meant to use max leverage because we're so confident in our setups. Check this out. We are launching today a brand new desktop platform. This is super exciting. This is actually the advanced version, but I will have a simple version built out soon. And this is another small announcement to whoever's watching this video, but we're gonna create a prediction platform, which is already in the works. And essentially, you're not even gonna have to think about the trade. You're just gonna actually have to take a side, whether you're siding with the algorithm or you're siding with the opposite side. And what's interesting about this is our record right now for our algorithm for A-graded trades is at a 90.5% hit rate. So I found this out about 2 days ago. Out of about 600 trades, our A-graded trades have been at a 90.5% hit rate. And so I called one of my buddies who's a quant trader and I said, hey bro, we need to take this algorithm to the next level. And over the last 24 hours, we have implemented several changes to the algorithm in which we are now testing 3 new versions. And so far, the test results have been astounding. Almost double the hit rate in terms of wins. And this has been a very phenomenal breakthrough. And you guys can actually look at this on the app itself under the algorithm. Anybody can access this. You can see we're at a 91.5% win rate for our current algorithm on A-graded trades. But then these are the new ones that we just developed. You can see they haven't graded A or Bs yet because these just launched. But so far, the results on C and D, you can see 100% so far, 94% on C. The results right now on this new algorithm is crazy. And so we're gonna transition the platform for beginners because here's the thing, nobody understands what a fade is. And what people don't realize is fades have been around for a long time. And this is a trading strategy that I use to win #1 in a trading competition. And you can see a fade by book definition is to bet against a sharp market move, expecting a price that jumped or crashed too fast to turn back around. That's what this market is. That's what fade market is. And so these are all gonna be different fades that we're gonna be able to take, but I'm not gonna get so much into the simple platform because it's not fully built. We can build that together using Claude, but today I wanna focus on the advanced platform, which I just essentially launched the beta version. So for those that are on fade.market, you guys can actually access this using your account. And so now we have this desktop platform. It's really cool. I'm gonna go through the desktop platform with you guys so you can see. We also have the new academy that's launching. And I wanna go through this academy with you guys. But let's first talk about our wallet, first and foremost. You can see we have our Bitcoin long position here. And we're up right now, $73 for the day. Nothing crazy, right? Our account balance at 20 grand. 17 is available, only $1,500 in trades. Guys, we're using maximum leverage right now. Here's my favorite part of this advanced trading terminal that we've created for Fade Market. It's the fact that we can really track the trades really well, and only what's important is gonna be showing on the screen. So, like as a trader, I'm always monitoring the 15-minute chart, right? You can see our entry here, right? We went long, and we're up on this long position. We have our liquidation just below the daily low, and that's where I want it. And I've also got a limit order just above that liquidation. Why do I have my limit order there? Well, I want the price to go down. I actually do want the price to go down. I want to increase my allocation into this Bitcoin long position. You know, it's nice that I'm up 12.8% on 40x leverage, but I want to be going even further than that. And I want to increase allocation at least 60,000. So with our Hype USDT position, it's the same thing. The thing with Hype USDT right now is they just unlocked a massive amount. I think it was like 27 million was essentially like withdrawn from a stake. And so essentially it's like stocks getting unlocked. And so I think there's been a sell-off because of insiders that have been staking it or something of that nature. But I'm still pretty happy with, actually I'm not happy with my entry. Obviously I'm down on this entry, but it is the low for the past week. This only broke today, and now you can see we're a little bit now below those lows. So that's essentially what's happening there. You can see my liquidation once again. I've got a limit order right above it because I'm looking to fade that. But that's what we're getting out of this right now. Let's look at the board real quick since we haven't even shown the board. Natural gas is down 1%. Oil's down 1%. And I think people are watching some of like the tensions going on in Iran. And by the way, we're coming to you live from the beautiful Southern California. Let's see, we don't have our back cam working right now. Let's turn on this back cam. Who do we have on our live stream today? Here, I'm gonna have a back cam on for you guys so that we can actually see the back. Let's see if it's gonna work. Oh, there it is. We've got our back cam coming to you guys live from the Southern California. Thank you guys for tuning into the live stream. Remember to like the video if you guys are keeping up with our AI algorithm journey. We're trying to get this algorithm to beat me, and I think we cracked the code. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. So essentially, I'll go back to my story. I called my friend who's a quant, and I said, hey, man, our grade A's are hitting a 90.5% win rate. So I think it's time to automate this, because if you look at this, this is our actual win rate. You can see this now. If you go live, go into like the simple version of the website, go check our record, and you can see exactly what our record is. And what you'll notice is within our record, we have this little pocket of trades, the A-graded trades that have a 90.5% win rate using our strategy. So the question is, well, Naeem, what the heck is this strategy that you're talking about? And I just want to make sure that the cam is working right now, because it looks like something froze here on the screen. Is it me, or did this freeze? Let's just make sure we're not frozen here. And who do we have on the chat? Rogue Quant said no audio coming through. I noticed that you don't have a website that showcases what you do and directs people to see the quality of the entire process. Okay, are you guys good on the live stream right now, or is it frozen? It could be frozen. I think we need to see what's going on with our live cam here. Maybe the cam itself is bugging out. Let's make sure we are back in business with this. There you go. You guys see me, right? Okay. I just want to make sure. And let's just also make sure this view's working. Okay, beautiful. So we're good. I think we're good. Amazing. So let's continue further on. So what we've found is that our algorithm has a 90.5% win rate on the A-graded trade. So we've had 19 of those, and we've had 21 of these, and out of those 21, 19 have hit their profit target. And essentially the way this works is once the trade is sent out, it either hits its profit target or it hits its stop loss, and that's how the win rate is achieved. The timeouts are not counted. I think there were about 2 timeouts that were on the grade A. So the timeouts are essentially if it doesn't hit neither the target or the stop loss, which in this case, when we do the prediction market, we're just going to allow the user to withdraw their funds at any point. And so we're not going to take any funds from the trade. We're going to let it go to liquidation. So it's a very interesting concept. It's going to be really cool. But a lot of people are like, hey, like, what is this fade strategy? And I really want to explain to you guys what the fade strategy is, what's going on with my computer screen. This is insane. Let me make sure that we can get this back and running, because now it's like flipping vertical on me. I need to get somebody to run all of this. I don't even know how now to switch the orientation. Okay. Well, I think first we should unlock the scene, and then we'll have to transform it, and we can rotate it here. Okay, beautiful. Now I think, let's see, is it working out now? No. Here, let's actually rotate this. No, but essentially, you have to understand what a fade is. So in the early 1900s, they used to talk about the vocabulary fading in the craps table at the casinos, right? They'd say fade the shooter. So in craps, to fade a shooter was to take the bet against the man rolling, betting against the crowd's hero. The oldest meaning is the modern one, stand against the excitement, right? So this hasn't changed. In the mid-1900s, the trading floor started to adopt the word fade. Floor traders started fading the gap and fading the move, trading against the morning's panic. It stays slang. Everyone knows the word. Nobody writes the rules down. So then by the 1980s, academia catches up. They start researching this method. And so what's interesting is I didn't even know about this method called the fade method. I was just using the method naturally as a trader, and I was extremely successful doing so. Let's see if we can flip this real quick. And this is how I actually found out about the fade method. It was actually building my AI algorithm. The AI is the one that told me about it. It was like, hey, you're pretty much using this method in your trading. So it decided to name the algorithm fade. And I didn't really understand why it did that until I looked it up, and then that's what I'm sharing with you guys. Okay, I'm not sure how to get this back and running. I'm just gonna delete this scene, and we're gonna have to stick to this for this live stream. Here's our live trade. Look, I'm gonna let that Bitcoin position ride up. I wish I would have gotten a better allocation. I wish I would have put in more, because I'm on 40x leverage right now, so I've only got about $1,000 in this position, but it's at $30,000 of allocation, which is really cool because that's what our platform is built for, and that's what this fade strategy is built for. So this is, I'm showing you guys how to make money. So traders adopt the word, and then academia catches up. Does the stock market overreact, right? So DeBondit and Thaler published a landmark paper. Markets systematically overreact. Systematically, which means in a predictable time frame and schedule. And yesterday's extreme losers beat yesterday's extreme winners. The fade stops being slang and becomes a documented market anomaly. The title of that paper is literally our thesis here. So by the 90s to 2012, right, after the dot-com bubble, after the housing recession, the evidence piles up when fades work best. Lehman Brothers, 1990, documents short-term reversals. Conrad and co-authors, 1993, find reversals strongest on high volume. Chan, 2003, shows moves with no news behind them, reverse hardest. Panic without a reason snaps back. Nagel, 2012, frames the profit as payment for standing in win. So our algorithm actually understands all of these previous studies. Like, for example, panic without a reason. That's a part of the algorithm, right? So if there's a reason attached to the panic, we're not going to send out the signal. So you have to understand that. So today we have the fade market, which is our creation, right? The first graded public record of fades. And so we have our algorithm that reads every extreme move against those same conditions and grades it A to F. Every call frozen at grade time, settled in public, wins and losses alike, and now anyone can play it, pick a line. So that's what we're going to be doing here, and that's what these fades are. So you can see we've got two fades on the market right now. We've got BNB and Cardano. The stock market's obviously closed right now, and we're still building that out. So let's look at BNB, for example. So now there's a long position. BNB is down 1.92%. We can go onto the 6 hour. You could see the exaggerated move. Looks like we've got 4 people on our live stream. Good to have you guys. Switch in the house. So he's on Twitch. Good to have you from Twitch. So essentially that's what the fade is, right? So you can see here, right now we've got BNB. This is asking us to go in. So what I like to do is I like to go into the smaller time frames and see where we're at. And this is actually a good place to get in. I like this area. Look, on the 5 minute, it looks like we're pretty much at a bottom. So I'll actually take this trade. I'll take this live buy. And what we can do is we can allocate, you know, I like to just tap my toes in water. So I'll do like a very small allocation. This kind of looks like a double bottom, and I know this is pretty bullish. So maybe we'll do 5% allocation, and we'll just buy it. And you guys are going to see now, this is going to go on our live trade book here. So we're going to enter into that long position. And I say that just because I like what I'm seeing here. To me, it looks like a double bottom. And a lot of other assets have been double bottoming. And you can see, like, if you pull up something like Hype USDT, it's already a little bit further away from that bottom. This is a little bit more fresh. And so you have all of this open space up top. I think we can easily see a reversal here with BNB. So we'll enter into that BNB position, and that's max leverage, 10x leverage. Hype looks like it's bottoming out, but I'm still a little bit concerned fundamentally because apparently, like, some large wallet unlocked, and there's like millions of dollars that just got taken off of the staking. And so, you know, once again, our platform alerted me on that, and that's how I know about it. ADA is also on the board for a short position, and the fact that I know Charles Hoskinson, it makes me not want to short this. So maybe we'll avoid the short, or at least we're in a BNB long, which it looks like we're in profits already. It's trying to get into profits. There you go. So let's just see where we're at with this BNB long. But this is the new trading terminal, guys. I'm so excited to have this now. So it's not just going to be a mobile app, but we also have the trading terminal, which cuts the fat out. That's the whole purpose of this terminal. It's to cut all of the fat from what's needed while I'm actively trading, right? I want to know where my stop loss is, my liquidation price, my entry, right? These are things that are important to me. My time frames are super important. I love my 6 hour time frame. I have my 4 hour, I got my 1 hour, right? I can monitor things really easily. And to me, it looks like we're about to move up here. You know, I think it would be nice to have a brush. Oh my gosh, that would be so sick to have just a brush tool, like a really efficient brush tool. Here, let's actually code this right now. Hey, Claude, could we add a brush tool to our advanced terminal chart? And it literally should just be a brush tool with an undo button, right? So it's like a clear button and a brush button. And it should just be white. Boom. We're gonna add a brush. I think that if you guys have any other ideas of what to add to our trading terminal, let me know in the chat. But I think that would be really cool. All right, let's pull up our live trades. So BNB up 0.2%. Let's see where we're at here. I can see BNB pushing up further. Yeah, so this trading terminal is sick. I'm still like using it and playing around with it. It's really cool. It just makes trading so easy. You can see our coach down here. You can move these panels. I really like making sure my coach is ranking me very high at all times. Anything I should do to my positions right now, coach? All right, let's ask our AI. Checking the board, holding against the method, reading the volume. All right, let's see what our AI says. Two of your three are naked, and that's the real issue. BTC is up 161 but has no stop, and your liquid sits at 61,799, right under price. Hype is down and also has no stop. BTC, move the stop to break even. One tap and you can't lose it. Hype, set a stop, or it's an overnight bleeder, which is exactly where your money dies. Want me to walk the BTC break even move first? Okay, so it wants me to set my stop loss to break even, which I will at some point. But that's the coach. All right, new version available. So I think we have my drawing tool here done. Oh, look at that. We have our brush. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that cool? When I click exit or the X button, it should back out. Wait. Let's test this out. That's sick. Oh, shoot. If I click Command Z, okay. It's looking good. If I click Command Z or I click the X button, it should remove a line. Does that make sense? Like the undo button, that should trigger it to remove a line, just so we can get the keyboard strokes right on the brush tool. Boom. So I think this is gonna be a cool addition right here. Yeah, this is sick. Now we got the brush tool. You know what would be really handy? A trend line tool. Let's put a trend line tool here. Hey Claude, could we do a trend line tool as well? And it really just needs 2 static points. Boom. All right, we're gonna add a trend line as well. So now we have this brush, so I can draw for you guys. Whee! Awesome. Let's pull up the 1 hour chart. All right, let me show you guys something on Bitcoin. I really, really like this here. Stop. Why does it do that? Every time I zoom in. 1 second. Hey Claude, every time I zoom in, it just like takes me to the mobile app page. I don't know, some just weird bugs. Okay. I think it's because it's updating. actively working on it. But anyways, look at this 6 hour. You guys know I love the 6 hour chart. This to me, okay, wait. There it is. So this 6 hour, do you see this right here? This candle? This is an extremely bullish candle on the 6 hour. Especially when you're below the 200-week moving average. Okay. My thing is going crazy. Excuse me while I have Claude fix these technical difficulties. All right. Now we have a brush tool, which is sick. So now I can draw this. And we're about to have a trend line tool, which is also going to help out. So look, you've got this channel that we're in. This is a very clear channel. And Bitcoin is essentially finding support here inside of this channel. So that's where we're at right now. You guys can't even see it. You're watching my live trade. So here's the panel. So this is the channel that we're in. And then we're about to code in a trend line tool. Look at this, watch. We just had Claude create a trend line tool, except you can't see it. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. So now we're creating our own version of TradingView. So that's a parallel channel. And I didn't even see this parallel channel until now, which is cool. So yeah, I really wish I would have had a bigger allocation in that trade. We're up 20%. It's probably gonna hit profit target. I think the profit target is at 63K. You can see it right now, it's getting there. Look at this. It's about to hit profits. I should have increased that position. It's about to hit profits. Hey, look, I'll take the profits and then potentially we pull back a little bit later. I still want to get my Hype USDT allocation up to 30,000. I want to get my BNB allocation higher. We just took that BNB trade right now from the live board. So this is the new desktop platform. Look at that, it's about to hit or take profit. I'll take it though. That was a quick trade. That was a pretty good, you know, quick in and out. We'll take the profits. There it is. There's his profits. We're hitting profits now on this trade. All right. Well, $30,000 allocation on Bitcoin. We took this $8,000 account to now 20,000 in like what, 2 weeks? So let's see how this looks on a 15 when it takes its profit. Oh, look at that. It's right at my profit target. Let it go. Let it go. If not, it's not meant to be. If it doesn't hit, it's not meant to be. Look how close it is. See, I love this new platform we have. I love this. Wait, why is the channel still here? Okay, there's a couple of bugs. So the channel's gonna stay no matter what time frame you're in. But we'll figure that out, don't worry about it. We're basically creating our own trading view right now. Coding it, which is cool. But yeah, let's let this baby do its thing. Maybe it doesn't hit profit. It's on the 5 minute. I don't know, it might not. But it's okay if it doesn't. Because then what we'll do is we'll just get into a bigger allocation at some point. I wish why don't we do this? I'm gonna screenshot this little corner piece right here. You see these little things right here? I'm gonna tell Claude. Hey Claude, could we make it so that if we drag these little buttons here where it says like long or it says take profit, that it actually changes it and it changes it on the books itself? Yeah, because when I won my trading competition, part of my strategy was to just drag these like take profit counters into the position to just let it trigger. Because, you know, a lot of times like algorithms can see your books, and if they know what's on your book, then they're gonna do this, and they're gonna come close to your target. They're not gonna hit it, and then by the next thing you know, you're hitting your stop loss, and it just came that close to your target. Especially when you're working on high leverage, that's where the human aspect comes in. Like, see, the algorithm, if this was automated, it's not gonna expect somebody to come and pull this take profit down a little bit and let it trigger. But that's why it's so important to have the human element. But it's fine, because here's the thing. That's why if we go into our algo, what you'll see is it's fine because we have an algorithm that's at a 90.5% win rate. And so when that's the case, you don't even have to think about it. You can just put the allocation in and take the trade and win. So that's what the 90.5 is there for. So we're going to work on this simple platform. It's going to turn into almost like a prediction market where it's just going to take the trade for you on full leverage. So let's say you have $100, you just click yes. It's going to go $100, 20x towards whatever direction the algorithm wants it to be. And if it's a grade A, then you know for a 90% chance, you're going to get that money in your pocket, right? So that's the whole concept. So I can't wait for that to come to fruition. But right now we're on the advanced terminal. I just built this today, and we're still coding it as we speak. But let's look at our live position. So we were about to take profits here on our Bitcoin position, and now it's just chilling there. So we just entered into this BNB position. I wouldn't mind increasing my allocation here for BNB, because I think we're really gonna snap back hard, guys. This FUD that came out this morning from the hard wallet being cracked, like, come on, give me a break. That's nothing. I mean, we've seen way more than that get stolen through exchanges and FTX, and we've seen Bitcoin handle those type of things very well. So look at this. It looks like we're kind of struggling here to hold price at 63,000. It looks like it's rejecting, but usually when Bitcoin's at like 62.98, it gets back to 63 pretty easily. And look at this body. The body of this candle here, very bullish in my opinion. This right here, this is a bullish body. It looks like a continuation, right? It's a continuation to just continue further up. And then maybe at this point, I think this is where we're going to consolidate. And we either get another chance to get a position or not. Let's go to the 15-minute chart, clear this. I mean, here's what I really want to show you. So this is the real consolidation here. So this is what I call homeostasis for Bitcoin right now. 63,000 just tells you that there's a pulse. And think about this, like throughout everything that was going on with the semiconductors crashing, nothing happened to Bitcoin. It stayed consistent at 63. And then it wasn't until this fake FUD came out, right? It wasn't fake, but it's just insignificant, that we saw this beautiful opportunity to go long, and we took that long position. I wish I would have increased the allocation there, but let's see. I mean, we're about to hit our profit target right now. It might go down for another leg, and if it does, thank God, because then we can go in for some more, right? And that's what I love about the strategy. The fade strategy is awesome because you can use max leverage, and you can really take advantage of the price action in the short-term time frames with not much capital needed, right? That's the cool part about leverage, is you don't need that much capital. So, and if you have a lot of capital, you're even more powerful. Now on the 5-minute, this is extremely bearish. Look at this. On the 5-minute, this is extremely bearish. You don't want to see that. That does not look good, right? So that's a very bearish candle. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. But isn't this cool? We built our own trading view. I like it. It's cool. So we'll watch this position. All right, it's gonna change it now. Oh wow, look. So now we can drag our take profit. Check this out. It just updated. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I could drag. All right, I'll show you here with the limit order. I can drag it now to set price, which is sick. Editing your resting order, boom. And then you have to always verify it live. But yeah, that's cool. So next time, and I want it to be verified too, so that's good. Next time I'll push the take profit like further down, like that. But let's let the position ride a little bit, because I think this is a pretty bullish candle here. So I'll take that, and I'll ride it even further. What do you guys think about the advanced platform? What do you guys think about the new advanced platform? I'd love to hear your thoughts. It's only going to get better. I think the simple platform is going to change the game. And I need some good ideas for it. Oh, this ADA short's probably playing out really well, huh? You say live streaming? Look at that. That's cool. It knows. Now the live streaming is gone. All right. BNB, very bullish there on the 15-minute. Look at that. That 15 minutes super bullish. I mean, that's why I usually wouldn't enter in like that, but I mean, this is pretty bullish. Looks like it's ready. Let's look at Bitcoin. It's really acting like it's going to pull back from 63, but I don't think it will. This is just where it likes to. This is homeostasis. It likes to trend here. So it's going to hit our take profit at some point. It's the higher end of the range. You know, at 40x leverage, everything matters, huh? But I guess I can move my stop to break even at this point. So here's what I want to show you guys. If I click manage position, with just one click, break even, stop, boom, and it's done. I don't even have to think about it. You're going to see the stop loss now move up, watch. Let's see it move up. Boom. So you see how that stop now moved to break even, and slightly above break even to cover for fees. So what I'll do now is I can actually get off this brush, and now I can drag it. Look at that. I just created this new feature where we can drag it. I'll drag it right next to the entry, just because I don't care if I lose fees. I just want to protect the position. And guess what? I got some coaching points for it too. So you see how this literally, this algorithm and the AI trading coach literally makes sure that you're doing a good job. It's like literally having a coach watching you train, right? Having a trainer like right by your side all times while you're trading. So that's what this platform is all about. But I think we'll wrap up here soon, guys. It's Saturday. I just wanted to give you guys an update on my positions. I wish I would have maybe held a little longer for my SMH position, but I'm happy with where that went. I got what I needed out of it. And then my SanDisk, of course, I wish I would have held on to that. Here, let's pull up the 360. Oh, there it is. Oh, we're about to be back in business. Watch this. Give me 1 second. I'm about to change the game. Let's see. Boom, boom. All right, there you go. Oh, you guys were seeing me the whole time. There you go. Well, we're 20% up on this Bitcoin trade, guys. So this is the new advanced terminal that I'm sharing with you guys. And now we just added this new feature where we can move our take profit. Should we move it a little bit? No, that's fine. I mean, I can move it closer to the wick. Just, you know what I like to do, just because I know there's like algos and bots, I just like to mess around with like my take profits and just like move them around everywhere. And my stop loss, I'll just like move them around. And like, I'll let the algo do whatever it needs to do to recalculate what it thinks I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the point that we're at in 2026 with AI. Because everybody's got their automated algo. We have a automated version, but we also have this assisted version, which I think is what garners more profits because you're more in control. So that's what's really cool about this AI. So let's move our stop back down actually, because it's way too high now. We'll move it right there next to the entry. And then we have this limit order. Now what I don't like is my limit order is not showing with lines. So let's fix that with Claude. Hey Claude, notice how my limit order, the one in blue, is not actually showing a line, a dotted line throughout the chart. I think it's appropriate that we do that. And potentially we make it a different color than the live price. But it could just be a slightly different color, like maybe like a cyan. Boom. All right, let's change this up a little bit. We're gonna change up, because I want this to have a line so I can see my limit orders. I don't want them to just float. So isn't that crazy? Like we don't even, I'm gonna cancel my TradingView membership. I don't need TradingView anymore. Like I don't even need the Hyperliquid integration or native platform, because now I'm just gonna use Fade Market. And what I really need help with is figuring out how we're gonna get this simple platform to work, because this is gonna turn into a prediction platform. So essentially, here's the whole thing. The method is the age-old method of fading, right? Bet against a sharp market move, expecting a price. So fade market's like polymarket. Instead of bets and predictions, you're doing calculated risk with trades. So it's like, hey, BTC opened at 62,803. Which line prints first, right? 63,568, this one? Or are we gonna hit 62,000 first? If you think it's this one, then for $100, you can double your money. And it doesn't even go through any like third party, doesn't have to be two people exchanging transactions. No, this is literally just gonna be you taking a trade on the back end through Hyperliquid with your money in self-custody through your Hyperliquid. The platform is just like wearing a tank top on top of the exchange. So there's no custody of funds. It's just like, hey, this is gonna be a 20x trade essentially from our entry point. But here's where you have confidence to take the trade. You check our record and you say, well, is this a grade A or a grade B or a grade C? If it's a grade A, we have a 90% hit rate. 90% of our grade A trades hit the take profit. Does that make sense? So that's the platform I'm gonna build today, and just Fable Max, which is why I'm gonna have to wrap up this live stream here soon, because I'm about to go Fable Max. I mean, I could Fable Max on the live stream, but I mean, I think when we're bigger, we'll do more of that. And cool, our BNB position is starting to get into profits as well, which is great. And then I'm gonna show you guys something really exciting that I'm building here. I'll show you guys a sneak peek since you guys are on the stream, and you're gonna be like, wow, that's really cool, Naeem. Watch this. So this is what I'm building into the new desktop terminal. So look at all of these charts. We're gonna have some sick graphics on the Academy, and this is just a little bit of like an idea of what it's gonna look like. So I'm actually super excited about that. So I'm working on that right now in Claude while we're in these live positions, and we should be heading towards our profit target here soon for Bitcoin at least. And then I hope to, I want to add into that hype position. I really believe in Hype USDT. It's our backend. We use Hype USDT for our backend. So it would just be a great pair, right? And then here's the new trading terminal for those that haven't seen it. I'll show you guys the new trading terminal that we created. And let's see how close we are to our Bitcoin trade taking profits. I mean, it's right there at 63, guys. It's gonna hit, right? I mean, look at it. Look at the lower time frame. Who do we got on chat? Res Zeus says peace out. Not yet, not yet. In just a second. Coming to you live from beautiful Southern California. We got oil on the board. Oil's selling off right now. Silver's up slightly, 0.4%. BNB on the board. We just took this live BNB trade. We're up 1.3% on the stream. Always want to get you guys a trade while we're on the stream as well. Remember to like the video if you guys enjoy these, and I think we'll wrap up here soon. But I'm super excited to continue building this algorithm for you guys, and you know, really, I know this is going to be a life-changing product. I know this is something that's going to change the world, and we're going to look back to these live streams and be like, oh my gosh, like, it's crazy how we did it all together, and that's what I'm excited about. So thank you guys for tuning in today. I think we'll wrap up here in just a second. Let's just check out these trades, let them ride a little bit. Let's look at this. I want this take profit to hit. I really wish I would have increased allocation there, but I think we added some really cool features to the app today. So thank you guys for helping with that. And I think the app itself is done. Now it's really just about getting the mobile platform down packed. And I think once the mobile platform is down packed, things are going to look really nice. I mean, honestly, like, should we just add into the hyper liquid position since Bitcoin's doing so good? Like, that's where greed comes in, right? It's like you just want to add into it. You're like, man, like, I mean, if it was a grade A trade, then I'd go all in on it, right? But it's not a grade A trade. So I'm not going to sit here and just go all in on something that's not a grade A. So we'll see. Man, look at this BNB trade. It's pulling. All right, we got about an hour of sunlight left, so I might go grab some sunlight. We'll let these profit targets hit. I have my stop loss at break even, as you guys can see. This thing's gonna ride up. Let it hit its target, and we'll potentially get another round here soon. Potentially, if it pulls back. But I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's it for the move, though, because I think what Bitcoin really wants to do right now is consolidate here in this range. And it's sort of forming a double bottom. Do you see that? So this is a big indicator here. That's another big indicator here. Demand zone. And then think about this. This all happened throughout the biggest sell-off in history of semiconductors. But here's actually the crazy part about this. It's not just the biggest sell-off in history for semiconductors, but it's actually also the biggest move to the upside that we've seen. On Friday, the way that we closed, because Citadel bailed out the hedge fund that was close to liquidation, Ken Griffin ensured that every single stock in that portfolio jumped back another 30% before the Friday bell closed. And so you have to think about Bitcoin right now. Is Bitcoin ready to also see a big pull to the upside? Because it avoided a big downside move and a big upside move. So that tells me that there's pent up momentum here. There's something building up here. And in my opinion, it's this, right? It's like, I'm tired of hearing the video. I'm tired of hearing SanDisk. I'm tired of hearing it. And this is our baby, right? This is our community. And so what's next, in my opinion, is Bitcoin. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, but fade market, we're gonna be fading it no matter what. We'll fade it short, we'll fade it long, and we'll keep trading throughout the whole process. So with that being said, guys, let's let this baby hit profit. See what else is on the board. Nothing on the board, right? I love this. Now we have the scan log here too. Look, this is live scanning, right? I'm gonna tell Claude, hey, scan log, I don't like the way that looks. Let's switch up the scan log a little bit. Hey, could you make sure that these scan logs take up the whole screen portion that they have, but also make sure that there's no dots, like you can actually see what it's scanning and what's being read there. You can see it's like way too big right now. All right, let's have Claude fix that. This little bug. And what else do we have here? Okay, our Bitcoin trade is gonna hit profit here. And it's just so funny that hype USDT is just like, I guess it's following Bitcoin now. It's about to go to my break even. It's a long ways until I take profit. BNB. Did we get a good entry? Yeah. But what's this blue here? Oh, that's a current price. I think that should be blue as well, right guys? This should be blue if that's the current price. But that's fine because it tells you that you're long. That's a pretty good entry. I told you guys this candle was super bullish. Why every time? When I'm zooming in on my browser, it like will switch me to the mobile for no reason. Please fix that, Claude. Oh. All right. So, give me some ideas, guys. What do we do with our grade A algo? It's at a 90.5% win rate right now. We need something to do. So my thoughts are we're gonna automate the algorithm. So I kind of have like a to-do list of things right now. But essentially we're gonna automate the algorithm. So the algorithm will be fully automated on just grade A setups. So that's gonna be like for the people that literally want nothing to do with trading, they just want something that produces income, then grade A, and this is not an income statement, this is not financial advice, I'm just saying for myself, I'm building this for myself, showing you guys what I'm building for myself. So the automated is gonna trade for me all of my grade A signals with high leverage, right? Always max leverage from Hyperliquid, but also increased allocation size, because if it's a 90% win rate, I want my biggest allocations, my max leverage on the grade A setup. So I'm gonna have that automated, and then we can do these live trading live streams for these B and C setups, and sometimes there'll be an A setup, and we'll take an A setup live. But I think that's really where we're at right now. I'm gonna finish the simplified version of the website. So we'll basically have, for people that like know nothing about trading, what I've realized is it seems as though that this is an advanced trading platform, because like literally like I just built something that every single trader in the world can 10x their results and their returns by just using this terminal. And every time I've been live, nobody's actually like taking advantage of it. Like I'm seeing the live logs. So something's not clicking. People are not realizing what we actually built. The fact that I took this account from from $8,000 to $20,000 in literally 2 weeks live in front of you guys using max leverage, right? And so something's not clicking. And so I don't know what that is, but I think it's because we need to create a more simple platform. And so prediction markets are turning popular now. So I'm like, hey, why don't we just take the algorithm and then create a prediction out of it? So the prediction now is like, okay, well, McDonald's sits at 270. Which price hits first? And it goes full on leverage on the back end. You don't even got to think about what's happening at Hyperliquid on the back end. It's just going to go in, right? So like, I want to lock in and I can lock it in. Right? So I'm going to work on that simple platform for you guys here throughout tonight. That's what my Saturday is going to look like. I'm just going to work on the platform, and hopefully, not hopefully, but when it's done, I'll share that with you guys, and it'll be fun. And we'll continue making money together. And so let's let this Bitcoin trade. I feel like when it hits profit is when we can end the live stream. I feel like that's like the official denominator. So it's a Saturday night. Who do we got on the stream? Pet Man, Alexandra, Eliza in the house. Good to have you guys. Any questions on what we've built so far? I'm super happy with what we've built. I think we've done a great job. Look how beautiful this trade is about to just bump right into that profit target. And now we can even adjust it if we want. We can make it happen faster if we want. Look, I'll put it right at 63.09. Remember, I like to move this around. I think that's kind of our advantage with these algos, is that we can just like screw around with them. Because I mean, what are they doing? They're looking at the books and they're like, all right, this is how much is on the books. This is what's on the books. This is how much capital we have. This is what we can do. Like, that's what Citadel Ken Griffin did to this hedge fund, right? They basically said, well, oh, he's 4x leverage. Well, let's just do some news here, create FUD, bring the market down. That accelerated downturn is going to cause them and force them to have to sell their things at a discount and sell all of their assets at a discount. Now, the one thing I'll say is at least he didn't lose all of their money. He actually is still up year to date because he made such great bets. So it's not really that crazy of a story as much as we might think it is, but it's cool. So we're about to see this hit its profit target, and then we will wrap up this live stream. It's a $30,000 allocation position, just taking advantage of some weekend volatility. We got to pay the bills, right? So we got to do it somehow. So now I can literally just take this trade. Just because of that bearish candle, I might move this a little bit closer to 63,000. Just let it go. And there you go. It's going to start taking profits here. And we're happy with that. I'm happy with taking profits here. I mean, what's the point of trading if you're not taking profits, right? So let's take profits and let it do its thing. And I think from there, we'll start seeing points come in from our coach. We know when our points come in that we're doing a good job. And typically that is correlated with an increased account balance, right? So this week, what are we up? Like 2,200? Pretty good. Most of it live with you guys. But we took this account from 8 to 20 live, which is awesome. Using our AI algorithm with a 90% win rate on grade A. Isn't that crazy? I love it. All right, let's take profits, guys. Come on. It wants to hit 63. Hit already. Guys, we gotta wrap up formally. You know what I'm saying? And now we got this BNB trade on the board. Let's check out the chart. Looks like it's pushing up further. BNB is a very bullish coin, right? In general, yeah. This bear market's wiped everything out, huh? But there's still opportunity, even on a Saturday. That's what crypto's all about. That's what Hyperliquid's about. Fade.market. All right, let it push up. It's gonna push up, watch, into that wick. Let it push up into that wick. And then we'll see our profit off the table. 25% on a $30,000 allocation. And once again, you guys can take this trade just like me. That capital in the trade is like $600 on 40x leverage. So $600 and I was able to trade a $30,000 position. Now I wouldn't do it if I didn't have Fade Market, because Fade Market has the algorithm that identifies these positions, and that's why I'm telling you guys, all of you guys can access this at fade.market, fademarkets.com, whatever you want. Get on it, enjoy it while it's there, and I'm so excited for this to hit profits. Let it hit profits. Come on, it's about to hit profits. Yeah, we'll just leave it for now, because now it's pulling back. I'll move the target just slightly down. But I'm super happy to have this advanced terminal now. It's really cool. All right. Let it ride. Come on, we need to see this baby ride. I'm confident it's gonna go. Go hit target. I mean, we're basically at a bottom, right, with Bitcoin, pretty much. Let's see what's happening to BNB. Everything looking good so far. Oh, this platform is sick. I'm so happy about this platform, the way it's built. You can see the order book. It's a heavy order book on the buy side. Remember the scan log? Now it's working. see what we got. That's the algorithm. Nothing on the board other than what we've taken so far, it seems as though. This looks like continuation. Notice the higher lows here. All right, we're going to ride this position out. Thank you guys for tuning in on a Saturday night here from Southern California. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Snipers.